Growing up as a teenager, I lived in this neighborhood where everyone was always busy. They rose up as early as 4 a.m. and went to bed by 1 a.m. in the dead of the night. They were always hustling, working hard, doing their best to make ends meet. I grew up in Lagos, in the ghetto area, and at some point in my life, I needed to help my mom in her business. She sold fruits, and this meant that at some point I needed to load a tray of fruits and go into a Koidumota to sell. In case you're wondering where a Koidumota is, it is one of the largest markets in Lagos, Nigeria, situated on the island. Yes, I hawked fruit as a teenager, and this wasn't a big deal, but here was where I had issues. While I was hawking, the predominant thoughts in my head were to be successful wasn't supposed to be this difficult. As I observed these workaholics, I knew something wasn't right. I also saw that there were people who didn't put the hour of work people in my neighborhood were putting into their lives, but they were successful. If you have watched closely, you must have noticed that the ones who work hard, in quotes, are the ones who are always broke. In fact, the more broke you are, the harder you must be working. Success doesn't come from working hard. If not, people who do menial jobs, laborers, people who dig the ground, till the fields, and carry heavy loads in the markets should be wealthier. So, what's the point of working hard? The goal here is not to work hard, but to work smart. All our lives, we've been told to work hard, and we swallowed it hook, line, and sinker. But we forget that not everybody who works hard would be successful. And we also forget an element called luck, an unfair advantage, like being born into wealth, connections, and the likes. I had always admired people who were living my dream life, so I was determined to work smart in getting what I wanted. As a teenager, I started developing myself. I chose my friends wisely. You know, as they say, birds of the same feather flocks together. I did not go with the crowd. My mates always called me different. Some even called me one man squad. But that did not deter me. I was determined to change my lot in life. A person who follows the crowd usually gets lost in it. The thought of having to live like those in my neighborhood scared the hell out of me. At some point in my life, I made some serious mistakes, which would have thrown me off board, but I got up from my mistake, learned the lessons I needed to learn, and moved forward. I started working on myself. I listened to loads of podcasts on how to become a better person. Slowly and gradually, I started becoming what I've heard, and I started internalizing what I've heard. I might not be where I want to be in my journey of living my dream life, but I am grateful for what I am becoming today, a better me. And we must all remember that growth takes time. Growth is a slow process. Slowly is the fastest way to get to where you want to be. Here are 5 things we should keep in mind while we think of working smart. Number one, you have to stay disciplined in what you're doing. You never might know who may be watching. Nobody wants to work with somebody who is not committed. Nobody wants to work with somebody who has a bad attitude. So invest in yourself, in becoming the better version of yourself. Number two, you have to be consistent in whatever you do. Take being a content creator, for example. All the successful stories we've heard about content creators are stories of being consistent. So, consistency pays off in the long haul. Number three, you have to be contented with what you have right now. Define what success means to you and be at peace with it. If you only wish to be happy, this could easily be accomplished, but we wish to be happier than other people, and this is always difficult, for we believe others to be happier than they are. A quote by Montesquieu, a French philosopher. Number four, you have to learn from those who have succeeded in your field of pursuit. Nothing is new under the sun, and that includes how to make money in your field of expertise. You just need to find people doing what you want to do, study what they are doing, and reverse engineer their strategy. Success is a framework, it can be replicated. So seek knowledge, observe, and learn. And lastly, success is not just a function of hard work, it is a function of work and luck. So work smart. If you enjoyed this video so far, consider subscribing to my channel. And if you want to see another video like this, consider clicking here. Thank you so much for watching and do have a good one.